How's everybody doing? God bless you all. I hope you're all doing well. Yes, I'll start my video here. My video right here it's right on schedule. Right on schedule what we're talking about as Biden leaves the country on the 24th and meets with the world leaders in NATO. And the fact that of my last video, and I will go over this in a minute, but I want to thank these people. As I said before, friend of God and sharpening iron. I want to thank her, my beautiful sister. I want to thank Jesus Roll Call, A Watchman, Susan. Thank you, Susan. Robin, thank you. Paula, thank you. Third Temple, thank you. And I don't want to miss anybody. If you were praying for and didn't make a comment, that's fine. Deb Frank, thank you. Amy, thank you. Blessed, thank you. Tess, Ricky, It's Bees, Westra, Keys, Christopher, Watchman, Emerald, New Disciple, Liberty Justice, D, and friend of God, she had 2 comments. Thank you, sister. God bless you. Pamela, Free Smiles. I want to thank you all for commenting on as I said, this bothered me. It's quite obvious it bothered you too, because it did bother me. So I'll get rid of that. I want to talk about this. People have been sending me stuff, and all these people right here, thank you. Right here. John, Daryl, Paula, Julie, Kelly, Jane, thank you. Oh, everybody sent me this. 72 hours. The petrodollar.
I'm going to make this very short because I don't think I may not be able to get it uploaded again. We'll find out. Still having difficulty. Got one yesterday, but having problems again. Anyway, folks, here it goes. It appears we have less than 72 hours before the collapse of the dollar and the petrodollar. This is not fear-mongering. This is not conspiracy theory.
So, there's lots of outlets. This is Fear No Man. He put this out. There's a lot of people saying this. Well, this is right on schedule. This is right on schedule, as I showed you here. 72 hours. Here's, let's go over this. Got a lot of information. I'm going to go over it all. It's right here. Sorry about this. There's a lot of information, and I will go over it all. This right here with the coin, in other words, it's a stop to the money. We expected this. We expected this to happen. Right here. This is a stop to the money. They're burning the money. The phoenix rises. And as I said, would be April 1st, 1-1, which is 0-0, which is no zeros. There would be no zeros. It would be 1-1 the first day. So as they're showing here, they are putting a stop to the money. This is also, right here in iPet Goat, he's got his foot on the coin. They are putting a stop to the money. The phoenix, the New World Order is putting a stop to the money. This is also right here. As I showed, this is step number 6, March. Cancel all debts and loans. Global It says impose food shortages. I will talk about this in a minute. Impose food rationing, because this has already started in Russia and in Europe. It's food shortages. Collapse. So, let's go to March. He said 72 hours, which is 24, 48, 72. Isn't it just a coincidence that Biden will be out of the country when this happens? Biden will be out of the country, just like Trudeau will be out of the country in Canada. These guys are snakes. They are leaving the country. Isn't that very funny that they're leaving the country? This also lines up with the schedule that I said right here in iPetGoat. If they leave the country here and collapse starts to happen, Trump has his rally, and something happens to him here. Maybe he's pronounced dead here. Your financial institutions, and we leave here, just as I had said. And this is just on schedule because you would expect something. If the petrodollar, if they're going to get off the petrodollar, which I could show you tons of articles on it, they've talked about it. Actually, Saudi Arabia came out the other day and said they were going to go off the China, the yen or something. So, this is right on schedule. So this shows right here in the Economist magazine cover, burning the money, getting ready for the New World Order, New World Currency. This is also an iPetGoat here. Right here, the coin. It also shows that, again, as I said, this is a reoccurring thing. Right here where it says war coverage and stock market crash. Markets crash. War coverage. This is exactly what's going on now, but it's a reoccurring theme. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I wanted to show the prepper. Because at least the prepper, you know, I don't agree. Like I said, I watch a lot of people. I only watch if it's something interesting. But what does he say?
I want to share my thoughts. I do believe that something big is coming very soon. There's going to be a NATO meeting next week, and our president, Joe Biden, is expected to fly to Brussels in the middle of a war in Europe, and he's going to be there in person for the NATO meeting, and I think that's very significant. It's really unusual for an American president to fly to a continent that has an active war going on. I mean, just think about World War II. Could you imagine if FDR flew to France or the UK while Hitler was invading Poland? It's just unheard of. So it's a very risky move by our president to go over there in the middle of this war in Ukraine. Because what happens if Russia lobs a couple of nukes at Brussels while Biden is there and all the NATO leaders are there? They're going to be all in one area, and all Putin has to do is just lob a bunch of nukes at Brussels.
Well, like I said, at least he realizes something fishy going on because it's a fact. And he's leaving on the 24th. He's getting out of Dodge when everything's collapsing. Another thing about that, too, if you notice that when we bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, why didn't they bomb one bomb on the president, the emperor of Japan? Why didn't they knew where he was at. Why didn't they put an atomic bomb where he was at? if you go and look at it, it's because the biggest concentration of Christians in Japan was, I think it was Hiroshima. They bombed Hiroshima, which was the largest amount of Christians in Japan. That's a fact. You can look that up for yourself. No, they are working together. So, like I said, I believe it's all going to be going down as it says in the Bible. If you want me to go over Daniel chapter 11, I can go over Daniel chapter 11. I can show you exactly where it says. It's Daniel chapter 11:9. It says they give her up. It says one of the king of the south's princes, which is Biden, is greater than him, and his kingdom's broken into pieces. It starts about Daniel chapter 9. That's exactly what's happening now. They give her up, it says in Revelation 17. I could go over all that, but I'm not going to. It's just, so here's the food shortages. This also shows you why we're getting out of here now. Russia's already having food shortages, and there's also sanctions. It says empty shelves. This is 4 days ago. Food shortages. Maybe you've seen this. It's all over the place. Russia fertilizer king warns of food crisis. Because if you're fighting a war, you're not in your fields planting. I watch him right here. This is one of the I watch farming channels, as I have said before. It says taking special delivery, cleaning out the bins. All the bins are empty right now. There is no the food prices went up, and they've been selling all their crops because the shortages, they're selling them because they're trying to get the most money they can. But there's not going to be planting here because when America's attacked, it's over. But the famine has already started, okay? It's over. We're out of here very, 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 very shortly. We're not going to be here till fall because we aren't due God's wrath, and we aren't going to be starving. It says that in Joel. We'll be fed. This happens all through the Bible. I could show you many things on that. It says right here, impose food rationing. We're out of here very shortly. We're not here in September. We'll be starving too. Right here, Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. Okay, if you count Russia in with them, they supply all of Europe with their food. Mainly. Some things more than others. But as far as the breadbasket, it's the breadbasket of Europe. Taking along the United States and Australia. If you know what's going on in Australia right now, you know that they are having droughts. Very bad. Here, it's going to be 140 degree temperatures because of the UV. There will be no crops in the fall. It's over. Right here, this is Ukraine war raised. Yes, as I showed here, I just want to overview. I'm going to end this video now. Ukraine and Russia supply Europe with, it's called the breadbasket, with their food. So famine is coming. And there's many articles out there about this right here. Worldwide food shortages. I want to show this Exodus right here. The first month shall be the beginning of months to you. This was God was telling Moses this, the first month. This is the 7 years famine as it happened in Joseph's time. The Ukraine invasion right here lead to worldwide food crisis. The Economist magazine burning the money. It's right on schedule. That's why I wanted to make this video, where it's right on schedule. Biden's going to be out of the country here. Trump's rallies here. I believe the nukes come here. Biden, we'll see what happens if he stays out of the country longer. This is also right on schedule with this article that I showed everybody about their plan. Right here. War, and the reason why there's going to be global food crisis is that you can't get in your fields to plant crops when there's a war going on. So there will be no crops. In America's weather, it's going to be drought, and we couldn't supply the whole world with food. The Bible says that there's famine in the whole world. That's because Babylon's taken out. It's their plan. Here's the petrodollar that I talked about earlier. Saudi Arabia is in talks with, this was 6 days ago, with talks the price of oil in yen or whatever, in possible recession, oil, petrodollar, and market bottom. The market is going down today, I did see, but when this news hits, Saudi Arabia is turning from petrodollar for selling its oil. This was 5 days ago. So this is what they're talking about. God bless you all, and everything's right on schedule. Everything's right on schedule. My friends that are saying tonight, we will see, as I said, Biden wouldn't be in the country when all this stuff's going down. Just like Trudeau wouldn't be in his country either. When the stock market crashes, it's probably going to be Thursday and Friday, 72 hours of petrodollar. I'm talking about really crash. Like I said, we will see, and hope you're all doing well. I wanted to have a short video today. Live stream will be tomorrow, the 22nd at 9 p.m. Hope to see you there. God bless.